So welcome back to the Growing Boulder Radio Show. Mark Middleton along with Katie Widrick sitting in for Billy Schaefer today. Our next guest is a repeat guest. We liked her so much, we're having her back. She is known, folks, worldwide as the Nun on the Run.
And here is why. She has completed nearly 40 marathons and 34 Ironman triathlons. In fact, just 2 years ago, at the age of 75, she became the oldest woman in history to finish the Ironman World Championships. So let's welcome the amazing Sister Madonna Buder.
Hello, Sister.
Hi there. How are you today?
Well, we're doing great. Tell us how your day is going. What did you just get done doing?
Running back from Mass. That's my jump start for the day.
When you say running back from Mass, you mean that literally, don't you?
Yes. Well, yesterday I tried to put in 10 miles, just not having trained at all because our weather has not been very conducive to being out on your feet or even in a car. But we're on meltdown now, and it's only 26 right now, so the roads are clear. And I thought I'd have to jump at the opportunity because I'm halfway toying with the idea of doing Boston as a 25th year anniversary since the last one I did.
You know, that's an amazing journey because let's let people know you've actually been a nun a lot longer than you've been a runner. You became a nun at the age of 23, but you didn't start running until you were in your 40s. So what made you start running?
More 40, toward 50s, 48, 49. I'm not sure which year even, but one of those two. And, but you're never too old. You're never too old to learn, so you're never too old to do.
And what had you lacing up your sneakers for the first time?
What got me lacing up my sneakers?
Right. What got you out there running on the road when you hadn't done it for so many years?
Oh, I'm confused. You mean what?
Why did you start? What made you decide at age 48 to become a runner?
I was introduced to running through a priest, oddly enough, who was expounding on the benefits of running. And when we were at a workshop in 78 or 79, and he just finally clinched it for me when he said it harmonized mind, body, and soul, which seemed like a very good thing to me, and how it overcame depression and addiction and diabetes, and he went on and on and on like it was a panacea for everything. So anyhow, I put on literally sneakers, hand-me-down little thin sole sneakers, and went out on the beach and came back in, and he was by the side door, and he said, where have you been? I said, out doing what you said. And he said, well, where'd you go? I said, between those two eddies. He said, well, how long did it take you? And I said, maybe 5 minutes. He said, well, how often did you stop? I said, well, I didn't. And he said, well, do you know how long that is? I said, yeah, probably half a mile. He said, well, you've got to keep going. You just have to at least do it for a month before you can experience what I'm talking about for the runner's high.
And now you've done it for
27 years later. I still don't know what the runner's high is, but I sure know what the lows are.
So then what do you think about when you're running?
Oh, various things. People who pop into my mind, I offer them up to God for whatever they need at that particular moment. And then I sometimes, depending on what my eyes see in nature, even create some haiku and that try to remember it and repeat it until I get home. And then praise the Lord for the beauty and that surrounds me and for the body that he gave me to be able to do this.
Do you have a trouble, sister, with vanity or the celebrity that I know you haven't sought out, but you're on an HBO documentary special now. You've got shoe companies wanting you to endorse their product. We're talking to you on the radio. How do you handle that, or is that not an issue?
Yeah, it's an issue. It's because time is the very least thing I've got, and it eats up my time like you wouldn't believe. And I never believe it when they say, oh, it'll just be a half an hour of your time when I come over to shoot. Oh, I said, okay, multiply that by 3, and you've got it more accurately. So it is a problem, but I offer that up too. I don't like having my time consumed that way, but I figure if this is of the Lord's doings, then I have to say yes.
Would the church let you have an endorsement deal with Nike?
Would they?
Yes.
Well, they don't get into the mix of our human endeavors.
So,
no, they wouldn't have a problem.
I'm going to look for my sister Buder running shoes.
So you've told us a little bit about what gets you going and why you do it. Do you find, though, that you have a competitive streak? Once you're out there, do you push yourself to win these races?
Well, there's no one else to push but myself anymore. Yeah. You best your competition by outliving them. At 77, I don't have too many competitors, but when I was first running and only in my 50s, I would be the only one up on the podium. And finally, I can remember at the Capital City Marathon in Olympia, Washington, when I was up there saying, I'm lonesome. I want some company up here. And wow, now the competition has been flooding, not only for running, but for triathlons. It's unbelievable.
Careful what you ask for. Sister, are you above any trash talking? Because I think if I was running and a nun started giving me some trash talking, I couldn't answer back. I mean, you've got a real advantage there, don't you?
Most people ask for a blessing instead.
Hey, we're close to running out of time, but tell us about the Ironman. I mean, running is one thing, swimming in the ocean and bicycling. I mean, that's an animal event, and to think that a 70-some-year-old woman could complete it, how did you get that done?
By putting one foot in front of the other, and of course the swim comes first, and just keeping afloat. But moving the whole time. And there have been some dark moments out there, especially on the run, which is the last part, and you've been completely depleted of energy. And for the last 10 years, sometimes I can't take anything on the run, neither water, fluids, or food, because my stomach will not retain it.
Sister, we are out of time. I apologize. It's great to have you back. We'll be right back.